We welcome you to the Pfizer Forum here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. We're back with another NBA2K26 presentation of the NBA Finals as part of my 2025-2026 season playthrough. We are in Game 3 here at the Pfizer Forum. The series tied at 1. OKC took Game 1, 102-91, but Milwaukee came back and won 92-83 as we look at the starting lineups. We have SGA, Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Hartenstein. As the key matchup for this series is still Holmgren and Antetokounmpo. And for the Bucks, we have Cole Anthony, Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, the aforementioned Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Miles Turner. As I said, Game 3 is getting ready to be underway here at the Pfizer Forum. Series tied at 1. The home court advantage is A+ for the Milwaukee Bucks here. The Bucks are wearing their statement uniforms in this game, as they will win the tip, as Giannis has it. Here's some chance right now in Milwaukee right now. Kuzma feeds it back over to Antetokounmpo. Giannis feeds it back over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the three. That's in there. Kyle Kuzma opens the game up with the first 3 points of the game. Kuzma had 11 points in the Game 2 victory. Jalen Williams feeds it back over to Chet Holmgren, 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Dort, 10 on the shot clock. Dort still trying to get over to SGA. SGA, 5 on the shot clock. SGA feeds it over to Dort. He'll shoot the three. That's off the back iron. Turner coming down with the rebound. Feeds it over to Gary Trent Jr. Layup is good. 5 quick points to start the game off for Milwaukee. As we're 1 minute into the game, you see Kuzma, as I said, 11 points, 3 assists and a steal. SGA driving to the hoop. That's no good. Allie LaForce reporting, but you can't hear her because you got me instead. We see Giannis with the slam dunk. He's off to a quick start. His first 2 points of the game, and the Bucks are off to the races. Not even a minute and a half into the game. As you see, Giannis had 28 points in that game. In that Game 2 victory, as SGA puts the Thunder on the board. 7-2 Milwaukee on top. Giannis, he'll shoot from inside the circle. That's no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. SGA has it. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Slam dunk for Dort. 4 quick points for the Thunder after a 7-0 start by the Bucks. 2 minutes into Game 3. Series tied at 1. 7-4 Milwaukee on top. Giannis trying to come around, being guarded by Chet Holmgren. Giannis coming around, feeds it back over to Kyle Kuzma. He's inside, feeds it back over to Cole Anthony. 5 on the shot clock. Anthony, he'll shoot the three. That's good. Cole Anthony on the board. His first 3 points of the game, and it's 3-2. It's 10-4 Milwaukee, I should say. Here the defense chance here. SGA feeds it back over to Chet Holmgren. That's going to go out of bounds, and they say last touch off of Holmgren, so that will be Milwaukee ball. Turnover against OKC. Turner will inbound it over to Giannis as he's crossing the half-court line. Feeds it back over to Turner. Turner with the slam dunk, and the entire starting 5 have now gotten into the score sheet for the Bucks. 12-4, Milwaukee on top. Turner averaging 15 points a game. I believe that's the postseason stats. Dort, he'll shoot the three. That is off the back iron. Kyle Kuzma coming down with the rebound. Kuzma feeds it back over to Giannis, over to Cole Anthony. He'll shoot the three. That's in there. That's 6 for him. And it's a 15-4 start, a NATO run by the Bucks right now. Dort feeds it back over to SGA here. 14 on the shot clock. Now down to 8.5 minutes to play here in the first. Feeds it over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the bucket. That's good. His first points of the game. That puts an end to the 8-0 run. Antetokounmpo crossing the half-court line. Feeds it back over to Miles Turner. Back over to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma feeds it over to Antetokounmpo. He'll shoot the three. That's no good. Williams coming down with the rebound. Williams feeds it back over to SGA. 15 on the shot clock. 8 to play here in the first quarter. 15-6 Milwaukee on top. Holmgren. Over to Jalen Williams. Williams coming inside. He'll put the shot up inside the paint. That's no good. Miles Turner coming down with the rebound. Antetokounmpo leads it back over to Cole Anthony. Anthony, and look at that. I think he was rejected, and Cole, or what was it, Holmgren, I should say, came down with it. And there's a foul for Gary Trent Jr. Called against Gary Trent Jr. Jalen Williams going to go to the line shooting one, I should say. Well, no, that's Dort. Never mind. Thought that was Williams that was going to the line, but it's Lugan Dort. He has 4 points in this game already. He has 4 of the 8. 5 out of 9 after he makes that free throw. 5 quick points for the Thunder. They're within 6 right now. 7.5 to play here in the first. Game 3 of the NBA Finals series tied at 1. This is a huge game for both of them. Anthony, he'll shoot the 3. That is good. Cole Anthony with 9 points already here in the first quarter, and the lead is up to 9. SGA crossing the half-court line. He's back over to Lugan Dort. We got 15 on the shot clock. Hartenstein feeds it back over to SGA. Still holding on to this right now. He's going to come inside. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. He'll shoot the 3. That's no good. Miles Turner coming down with the rebound. Cole Anthony has it. Anthony coming around. Feeds it back over to Turner. Turner with the slam dunk. 4 for him in this game, and the lead is up to 11 again. Look at that. Miles Turner averaging 12.4 points a game this postseason. Gilgeous SGA feeds it back over to Holmgren, over to Jalen Williams. Got 10 on the shot clock. Williams, he'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Gary Trent Jr. coming down with the rebound. Trent Jr. feeds it back over to Antetokounmpo. 15 on the shot clock. As we will have an illegal screen called against Miles Turner. That's his first. And we'll have our first set of substitutions coming out on the court. Cason Wallace checking in for Lugan Dort. And that is it, actually. As Cason Wallace crossing the half-court line. As we're halfway through the first quarter, Wallace coming around with a slam dunk. His first 2 points of the game. First bench points for either team. 20-11, Milwaukee on top. Thunder shooting 5 of 11 so far to start the game off. Turner feeds it back over to Giannis, back over to Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma, he'll shoot the 3. That is off the back iron, no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. SGA has it. Feeds it back over to Chet Holmgren. Holmgren feeds it back to SGA, back over to Wallace. Wallace coming inside, 10 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams trying to drive it. He will drive it to the hoop, and he'll get his first points of the game. Look at that. Williams averaged 21.3 points during the regular season. He had a 30-point game 1 in that victory. A game where the Thunder were actually up by 29. You see Williams, that shot is no good. Turner coming down with the rebound. We're up by 29. The Bucks were able to cut it to within 3, but Jalen Williams started making clutch shots. Took the game over with, and there's SGA with the slam dunk. 6-0 run by the Thunder, and they're within 5. We'll have our first timeout called in this game. Timeout Milwaukee. We're going to take one as well. 4:31 to play in the first. Milwaukee leading it by 5. Coming out of timeout here, we have more substitutions. We look at the field goal percentages. I believe that's during the regular season. You see Miles Turner shooting a little over 73%. As we see back here in Milwaukee, Game 3 of the NBA Finals on my season playthrough. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. Series tied at 1. Cole Anthony will take the inbound here. Antetokounmpo trying to drive it. He'll feed it back over to Trent Jr., back over to Cole Anthony. 7 on the shot clock. Anthony will shoot the 3. That is no good. Antetokounmpo getting the offensive rebound. He misses that one. Williams coming down with it. Feeds it back over to Cason Wallace. Wallace feeds it over to SGA. He'll shoot the 3. That's going to fall in. That's 7 for him. That's a 9-0 run by the Thunder, and they're within 2. Under 4 to play here in the first. 20-18, Milwaukee on top. Kuzma, he'll miss that shot off the back iron. Jalen Williams coming down with it. 8-6 Bucks out rebound the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's going to go to the line. He'll shoot one. Turner will be called for foul number 2. Assume that he's going to go to the bench now. We'll get the lineup set coming out as soon as the free throw is made. I know Caruso checks in. Portis Jr. is into the game for sure. I see that for the Bucks. And that's 5 for Hartenstein. And that's a 12-0 run, and the Thunder on top by 1. So Ryan Rollins also checks into the game, as well as Kevin Porter Jr. Giannis and Kuzma still out on the court. There's like Caruso out on the court. Kuzma, he'll miss that one. Hartenstein coming down with it. As I said, Thunder lead for the first time in this game on a 12-0 run. SGA, he'll shoot. That's in there. They said he was inside. That's 9 for him. 14-0 run. Remember, if you watch the game, as we have a timeout called by the Bucks, the Thunder went on a 23-0 run in the first quarter at one point, but we're going to take one as well. 3:01 to play in the first. 3-point lead for OKC. As we're coming out of timeout here, right before the timeout, I was just mentioning the Thunder are currently on a 14-0 run right now, but they also went on a 23-0 run in Game 1, as I mentioned. They're down by 1. They ended up going up by 22. They ended up, that same quarter, that first quarter, they ended up going up by as many as 29. But as I mentioned, Milwaukee in the fourth quarter was able to cut it to within 3 before Jalen Williams took over. Jalen Williams, number 1, I say. As you see, Antetokounmpo trying to drive it. He will get the slam dunk, and that'll put an end to that 14-0 run. That's 4 points for him. 23-22, OKC on top, SGA. That bucket's good. That's 11 for him already. And a lead up to 3 again for OKC. Antetokounmpo trying to drive it. Coming around, feeds it back over to Bobby Portis Jr. with the bucket. That's good. Bobby Portis Jr., actually, he's done pretty well off the bench the last couple of games. Let's see, he had 12 points off the bench in Game 2, in that Game 2 victory. We hear the defense chants here, SGA. Gives it over to Wallace, he'll shoot the 3. He'll drain the 3. That's 5 for Cason Wallace off the bench, and the lead is up to 4. Minute 45 to play here in the first. 28-24, OKC on top. Bobby Portis Jr. with the bucket. That's 4 for him, and we'll have another timeout called. 1:40 to play in the first. 28-26, OKC on top. We got substitutions coming out on the court. We'll try to get you the lineup set as best as I can, as we got a minute 40 to play here in the first. As Holmgren will feed it over to Alex Caruso. We got Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, and that's stolen by Kevin Porter Jr. there. And there's Taurean Prince coming around with the layup. That's good. His first points of the game. Prince only had 3 points in the game, in the Game 2 victory. You see Holmgren, Caruso, Wallace, Joe, and who else is that? And Wiggins, I think. And we're going to have a foul as Holmgren's going to go to the line. Tyler Smith also into the game for the Bucks. That's his first. Chet Holmgren, the only starter, has not scored for OKC yet. As I said, we are tied at 28 right now. Probably the best first quarter we have seen. As Holmgren will get on the board, his first free throw there. As Jericho Sims will check into the game now for Tyler Smith coming in at center here. 1:02 to play here in the first. 1 point lead for OKC. Holmgren will shoot it and will make the second one. So that's his first 2 points of the game, and the starting 5 for both teams have tallied on the score sheet now. Rollins feeds it back over to Torian Prince, he'll shoot the three. That is no good. Aaron Wiggins coming down with the rebound. Wallace feeds it back over to Isaiah Joe. Joe trying to drive it, and no, Holmgren will come down with it. He'll get the layup. Chet Holmgren, 4 for him. And the lead is up to 4 again. I believe that's their largest lead of the game. Milwaukee had an 11-point lead before a 14-0 run by the OKC Thunder. Erase that. Bobby Portis Jr. coming around, does the layup. That's no good. Holmgren coming down with it. Wallace has it. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds to play in the first. Isaiah Joe coming around. That is no good. Sims coming down with the rebound. Good over to Ryan Rollins. Crossing the half-court line. There's a three. No good. And that will do it. We are at the end of the first quarter. The Oklahoma City Thunder with a 32-28 lead. Hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel. Comment on this video. We'll be back to start the second quarter after this. You're watching the NBA Finals on VDub Productions. Set to start the second quarter here in Milwaukee. Holmgren and Isaiah Joe out on the court. I believe Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso. And I'm trying to figure out who that last person is over there. I see Holmgren will shoot the three. That's in there. That's 7 points for Holmgren, and the lead is up to 7. For Milwaukee, we have Portis Jr., Porter Jr., Livingston, Torian Prince. So it is Wallace, Joe, Holmgren, Caruso, and Wiggins. All right. So we have Rollins. So for Milwaukee, we're trying to figure out. We got Livingston, Rollins, Portis Jr., Porter Jr., and Torian Prince. That is the lineup set for both teams here. As you see Caruso for three. That's no good. Ryan Rollins coming down with the rebound. No points for the Bucks in 2:20. That's going back to end of the first quarter. Porter Jr. still trying to get through here. 5 on the shot clock. Porter Jr. will step back. He'll take the shot. That is off the back iron. No good. Caruso coming down with the rebound. Got over to Wallace. Wallace still holding on to it. Feeds it back over to Caruso. 13 on the shot clock. Caruso coming around with the layup. That's good. That's his first 2 points of the game. And the lead is up to 9. 15-24 for the Thunder. 13-25 for Milwaukee. It's a 9-point lead for OKC, their largest lead of the game. There's Portis Jr. for three. That is no good. Or was that Porter Jr.? Got a lot of juniors that have to start with the P for Milwaukee. I'll tell you that right now. And they're both on the court at the same time. Aaron Wiggins trying to come through. Feeds it back over to Chet Holmgren. 5 on the shot clock. Holmgren. He's going to come around with the bucket. That's good. Chet Holmgren, 9 points, and the lead is up to 11. They trailed by as many as 11 in the first quarter, but now they lead by 11. That's actually an 11-0 run. That's going to come to an end here as Isaiah Joe called for the foul. Kevin Porter Jr. is going to go to the line. If you want to go back to the end of the first quarter, we definitely had an 11-0 run by the Thunder, where the game was tied at 28. Kevin Porter Jr. will sink the free throw. Milwaukee within 8. And there's a slam dunk by Lugan Stort. That's 7 for him in this game. And the lead is up to 10 again. Anaquanupo, I know, checking back into the game. Same with, I think that's Cole Anthony. Bobby Portis Jr. with the three. Wanted to make sure that I got the right name there. So Milwaukee within 7. And by the way, that's Portis Jr. has 7. Wallace will shoot the three. That is no good. Giannis coming down with the rebound. He's just slow it down just for a second here. Steps back. 15 on the shot clock. Giannis trying to figure out a way to get through the lane, trying to drive it. He'll step back again. 8 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo, 5 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Cole Anthony. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there. That's 12 for Cole Anthony. First Milwaukee Buck to reach double figures. And the Bucks are within 7. A 9-2 run right now. You see Wallace for 3. No good. Portis Jr. has it. Feeds it back over to Antetokounmpo. 15 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo being guarded by Alex Caruso. 8 on the shot clock. Giannis coming around. He'll put the layup up. That is good. That's 6 for him. 6 for the Greek Freak. And now it's an 11-2 run by the Bucks, and they're within 2. 7.5 to play until halftime. Holmgren shoots the 3. No good. Antetokounmpo with it. Feeds it back over to Bobby Portis Jr. Portis Jr. Oh, feeds it. Oh, no, that is careless turnover there, right there. Caruso coming down with it, with the steal. Caruso still holding on to it. Feeds it back over to Holmgren here. 10 on the shot clock. Down to 7 minutes to play until halftime. Holmgren, he's going to go to foul. That is Giannis called for his first. We'll have a timeout call before Holmgren shoots his free throws. 6:59 to play until halftime. 41-39, OKC on top. Coming out of timeout here, let's see. We got SGA and Williams checking back into the game. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, let's see, Cole Anthony moving back to his point guard position. I say we got Holmgren at the line right now. He has 9 points already in this game. And he'll miss the first one. I believe that's the first free throw missed by either team right now. And he'll sink the second one, though, so that's 10 for him. So he is the second Thunder player to reach double figures. Antetokounmpo, team down by 3. Still on an 11-3 run. Giannis feeds it back over to Kyle Kuzma, back over to Cole Anthony. 5 on the shot clock. Cole Anthony, he'll shoot the jump shot. That is no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Caruso has it for the Thunder. Here the defense chance right now. 15 on the shot clock. Caruso, he'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Giannis coming down with the rebound. The Greek Freak crossing the half-court line. Cole Anthony, the son of Greg Anthony, UNLV legend and former NBA player. Had a solid career in his own right, by the way. Gary Trent Jr. The 3 on the shot clock here, halfway through the second quarter. Giannis will shoot the 3. That's no good. SGA coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Lugan-Stort. Feeds it over to Caruso, back over to Dort. Dort feeds it back over to SGA. Coming around, he'll shoot from inside the paint. That's no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. 16 rebounds already for the Milwaukee Bucks. They average 47 rebounds a game, or nearly 47, as Dort's going to come down with the steal. Over to Holmgren. Chet Holmgren with the slam dunk. That's 12 for him. And the lead is up to 5 again. 44-39. Trent Jr. will shoot the 3. That is no good. Caruso with the rebound. Caruso feeds it back to SGA. He'll hit the shot up. That's no good. Kyle Kuzma. 5 to play until halftime. Giannis coming around with the slam dunk. That's 8 for him. 14 assists already for the Milwaukee Bucks. And they're within 3 again. They had it to within 2 earlier. Still part of a 13-5 or 13-7 run now, as that's 13 for SGA. See, Antetokounmpo still taking a step back, but now he's trying to drive it. Feeds it back over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That's gonna fall in. That's 6 for Kyle Kuzma, and the Bucks within 2. SGA crossing the half-court line. 4:03 to play until halftime. SGA drives it, feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams driving it. They'll feed it back over to Holmgren. Holmgren going to come around to the line, and Portis Jr., I think, is called for the foul there. That's his first. As Chet Holmgren going to go to the line, shooting two. 3:51 to play until halftime. This is Vinny from vdubproductions, coming to you from the Pfizer Forum. Game 3 of the NBA Finals in my season playthrough. As he'll hit the first one here. Let's see. Cason Wallace, I know, checking back into the game for the Thunder. Caruso going to go to the bench. And let's see. Miles Turner checking back into the game for Bobby Portis Jr. And he'll miss the second one. The lead still the 3 for OKC. And there's Giannis with the slam dunk. That's 10 for him. He is the second Buck to reach double figures in this game. There's Cason Wallace. 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams, he'll shoot the 3. That is loose ball foul called against Chet Holmgren. That's number 1 for him. And Ousmane Dieng coming into the game now for Chet Holmgren. Cole Anthony will take the inbound. The Greek Freak with it. Feeds it back over to Cole Anthony. 15 on the shot clock. Got 10 on the shot clock. Back over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. 9 on the shot clock. Giannis feeds it back over to Turner. Miles Turner with the slam dunk. That's 6 for him. And the Milwaukee retakes the lead. They're up 48-47. It's the first time they led since the first quarter. Dort will shoot the 3. That is no good. Giannis coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back. No, wait a minute. He still has it. Feeds it over to Gary Trent Jr. Trent Jr. Feeds it over to Cole Anthony. Dishes it over to Giannis. Giannis trying to get through. 5 on the shot clock. He's trying to drive it. He'll put the shot up on a hook shot. No good. Dort coming down with the rebound. Chance for OKC to retake the lead. Williams, he'll shoot the 3. No good. Turner coming down with an easy rebound there. Cole Anthony holding on to this right now. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Turner coming with the offensive rebound. That is no good. Ousmane Dieng with the rebound. SGA has it. Got 13 on the shot clock. Jalen Williams coming around. And Dieng will lose that one. We got Giannis Antetokounmpo coming around, feeds it back over to Anthony. He'll shoot the 3. That's in there. Cole Anthony, that's 15 for him. Having himself a great first half. I believe all those points have been from beyond the arc. And the lead is up to 4 again. A 7-0 run by the Bucks. Jalen Williams stepping back inside, being guarded by Giannis. 8 on the shot clock. Williams feeds it back over to SGA. 3 on the shot clock. SGA, he'll put the shot up. That's good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 15 points for him. 51-49. Cole Anthony crossing the half-court line. Feeds it back over to Miles Turner. 15 on the shot clock. Trent Jr. for 3. No good. Ousmane Dieng coming down with it. Cason Wallace feeding over to Ousmane Dieng. He'll get the bucket in there. Slam dunk. We are tied at 51. 41.1 to play until halftime. We got Cole Anthony. $13 on the shot clock. Anthony. 10 on the shot clock. Under 20 seconds to play. You look at that. Giannis with a slam dunk. That's 12 for him. And Milwaukee retakes the lead. Shot clock turned off. SGA crossing the half-court line. The Bucks leading it by 2 right now. 8 seconds until halftime. SGA. He's trying to drive it. He'll put the shot up. That layup is good with 0.3 of a second. 17 points for him, and we are done with the first quarter, or first half, I should say. The score, OKC 53, Milwaukee 53. If you like what you see, hit the like button, comment on this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. And you'll see a link to my Cash App in the description down below. If you feel like donating, you can go ahead and do that. It is optional, by the way. And with that, I'm going to send it to halftime here at the NBA Finals. We'll see you guys in the second half. Here at Game 3 of the NBA Finals of my season playthrough in Milwaukee, we are tied at 53 as we look at SGA highlights. 17 points for him. And let me see, SGA really did not, he had 20 points in Game 2, 19 in Game 1. He's looking like he's showing like the SGA that he can be here. As we start the second half, Jalen Williams will inbound to SGA. Starting five for both teams out. SGA, Dort, Williams, Holmgren, and Hartenstein. And for the Bucks, you can see Anthony, Trent Jr., Miles, Turner, Kuzma, and Antetokounmpo. I believe that's SGA with the bucket there. That's 19 for him. And OKC retakes the lead. And there, Giannis will put the shot up. That's not going to fall. Dort has it. SGA inside right now, being guarded by Cole Anthony. SGA coming around with a layup. That's good. That's 21 for him. And if you date back to the last shot of the second quarter, it's a 6-0 run by the Thunder. All 6 points scored by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So the lead is up to 4 again. Both teams led by as many as 11 in the first half. Kuzma trying to drive it. He will get the layup. That's 8 for Kyle Kuzma. The Thunder shooting 57%. The Bucks at 51%. Chet Holmgren got 15 on the shot clock here. Back over to SGA. SGA trying to drive it inside. He'll put it in, and that's good. That's 23 for him. Lead up to 4 again for the Thunder. The Greek Freak. Oh, he should have just drove it to the net, but hey, that's 2K logic for you, and the Thunder will come with the turnover. Jalen Williams will shoot the 3. That's in there! Jalen Williams, 5 points. And a lead up to 7 for the Thunder. 13 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis coming around, feeds it over to Trent Jr. He's going to go to the line. Dort called for the foul. That's 4 for Gary Trent Jr. with a chance to make it 5 points for him and cut the deficit to within 4. And anybody that is if anybody that's watching this right now, you can go look at my pinned comment section. You can figure out when the schedule for all these games are going to be, the tentative schedule for these games, as Gary Trent Jr. will sink the free throw. It's 5 for him in this game. 62-58. SGA. That is good. That's 25 for him. Look at that. Thunder 27-48 and 24-46 for the Bucks. And, 27-45 for the Thunder. Either way, a timeout called by Milwaukee. 9.5 to play in the third. 64-58 Thunder on top. Back here in Milwaukee, 9.5 to play in the third. We're coming out of timeout, 64-58, Thunder on top. Game 3 of the NBA Finals in my season playthrough. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and we have a 1-1 series tie right now. The winner of this game will be up 2 games, and one will be halfway to an NBA championship. Cole Anthony feeds it over to Miles Turner. Turner feeds it back over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo feeds it back over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. The Thunder won their real-life NBA championship was just last season. They fell short against the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference Finals in their bid to repeat. And then the Bucks' last championship in real life was in 2021. Kuzma will shoot the 3. That's good. Oh, no, they said it was a 2. But he's in double figures anyway. That's 10 for him. It's a 4-point game. SGA trying to drive it. He'll put the layup up, and he's going to go to the line. Cole Anthony called for his first personal foul. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander already with 25 points. Looking to try to extend it, try to add his total by even more. Where, as I said, we're seeing the SGA that we're used to seeing from the regular season. I mean, for the Thunder, the good thing about this postseason is that you had different scorers taking over the game. As the SGA at the line, shooting 1, or shooting 2, as I say, and that's his first free throw is made. And that is good, so that's 27 for him. As I said in the pinned comments down below, you'll see the tentative schedule for this series, as well as the poll for my future series. You can vote on that until the end of the NBA Finals. You saw Hartenstein came down with a steal. SGA, he'll miss that one. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Giannis with only 12 points in this game so far. His team trailing by 6 right now. There's 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it over to Cole Anthony. Anthony back over to Kyle Kuzma. Got 8 on the shot clock. Kuzma. He'll shoot the 2, and that's no good. Holmgren will come down with the rebound. SGA feeds it back over to Chet Holmgren. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams. Got 9 on the shot clock. Williams will shoot the 3. That's good! That is a 3. That's 8 for him, and the lead is up to 9. They led by as many as 11 at one point. Kuzma feeds it over to Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak, he'll lose it, but Turner will gain control of it. Kuzma for 3, that's no good. Greek Freak will come down with the slam dunk off the offensive rebound. SGA crossing the half-court line. Feeds it back over to Williams, he'll shoot the 3. Good! That's 11 for Jalen Williams, and we'll have a timeout called. It's a 10-point lead for OKC. We're going to take a timeout. 7:12 to play in the third. Look at assists a game for the playoffs here. SGA, 5th in the league at 7.2 assists per game during the postseason. Right now, he's also leading this team in scoring in this game 3. Kuzma will inbound it over to Antetokounmpo. Trailing by 10. Both teams led by as many as 11 in the first half. As we got 7 minutes to play here in the third, game 3 of the NBA Finals. Over to Antetokounmpo. Feeds it back over to Gary Trent Jr. 3 on the shot clock. Trent Jr. will put the shot up. That is not going to fall. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. Jalen Williams has it. Feeds it back over to SGA. SGA coming around and driving it. That's good. That's 29 for him, and the lead is up to 12. 74-62. 15 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Giannis. He'll put the shot up. That's good. 16 for him. 74-64. We have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Feeds it back over to Chet Holmgren. He'll shoot the 3. That is off the back iron. Kuzma coming down with the rebound. Halfway through the third quarter. Turner, he'll shoot the three. That is no good. Jalen Williams coming down with the rebound. Williams feeds it back over to Lugan Dort. Dort feeds it back over to Holmgren, over to Williams, back to Holmgren, over to SGA. He'll shoot the three. That's in there. That's 32 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the lead is up to 13, their largest lead of the game. Is SGA going to take over? As you see, Giannis coming around. Oh, that just fell in and out. Lugan Dort feeds it back over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein feeds it over to Williams, or Wallace had it. Well, Williams has it. He'll shoot the three. That is off the back iron. Turner coming down with the rebound. Kuzma has it. Jalen Williams with 11 points, 4-12 shooting, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc. Kuzma feeds it over to Trent Jr., but now Giannis has it. Antetokounmpo coming around. He'll put the shot up. That is no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Lugan Dort has it. Dort feeds it back over to SGA. 15 on the shot clock. SGA, and that's stolen by Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma feeds it back over to Gary Trent Jr. Trent Jr. feeds it back over to Kuzma, over to Anthony, back over to Kyle Kuzma. 10 on the shot clock. 9 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo shooting the three. That is no good. Hartenstein coming down with the rebound. SGA has it. And no, he'll lose it now. Gary Trent Jr. with it. No points in 2:20. And Holmgren will get a piece of that one. As SGA has it now, he's going to slow things down just for a second. Williams will shoot the three. That's in there. 14 for Jalen Williams. And the lead is up to 16. I think that's an 8-0 run right now. Or 6-0 run, I should say, by the OKC Thunder. And this game is getting away right now. But there's still plenty of time for Milwaukee to try to get back into this game. Giannis, 2 on the shot clock from the free throw line. That is not going to fall. Holmgren coming down with it. SGA feeds it back over to Dort. Lugan Dort feeds it over to Jalen Williams. 10 on the shot clock. Williams will shoot the three. That is no good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Giannis feeds it back over to Anthony. 14 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Giannis Antetokounmpo. 10 on the shot clock. 9 on the shot clock. Giannis. 4 on the shot clock here. We got Giannis Antetokounmpo coming around. He'll put the shot up. That's good. He will have a timeout call. That's 18 for Giannis, by the way. 2:38 to play in the third. 80-66, the Thunder on top. We'll be back. Coming out of timeout here. 2:38 to play in the third. We see lineup changes coming out. Substitutions coming out for both teams here. We'll try to get the lineup set as best as I can here. It's a 14-point lead for Milwaukee. Caruso checking back in for the first time in the second half. Checking in for the first time in the second half. Same with Cason Wallace and Aaron Wiggins. Holmgren and SGA still out there, and that is stolen by Porter Jr. So let me see. We got Porter Jr. over to Taurean Prince. That's 4 for Taurean Prince. 4 quick points by the Bucks already. There's SGA for 3, or no, for 2, I should say. That's 34 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 17 of those here in the third quarter. So Ryan Rollins and Portis Jr. also checks into the game, as well as Taurean Prince. And there's Rollins with the bucket. That's good. His first 2 points of the game, and then Milwaukee within 12 again. OKC led by as many as 16 right now in this third quarter. Minute and a half to play here in the third. As we got 5 on the shot clock. SGA coming inside, feeds it over to Wallace. He'll shoot for the 3. That is in and out. Portis Jr. coming down with the rebound. Ryan Rollins has it. Taurean Prince coming around, feeds it over to Turner. Miles Turner with the slam dunk. That's 8 for him. Bucks within 10 as the Bucks are shooting 31-63. 33-57 for the Thunder. Over to SGA. He's going to go to the line. Ryan Rollins called for the foul. That's his first. Under a minute to play here in the third. Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Series tied at 1. As we look at the scoring breakdown here. 44 points in the paint for the Thunder. 8 3-pointers made. He'll hit the first one. As Luguentz-Dort checks back into the game for Cason Wallace. And for Milwaukee, let's see. We'll have Giannis checking back into the game as Porter Jr. will be moving to center here as both of those have been made. So that's 36 for SGA. Lead up to 12 again. 45 seconds to play in the third. Feeds it over to Taurean Prince. Prince, he'll shoot the three. That is not going to fall. SGA with the rebound. Feeds it over to Dort. Back over to Caruso. Caruso with the bucket. That's 4 for Alex Caruso. 22 of 40 for the Thunder. Oh, that's actually not really accurate right there. Unless you're talking about inside the paint. And that's a miss right there. 14-point lead. Over to Luguentz-Dort. Feeds it over to Caruso. Over to SGA. Shot clock is turned off. 10 seconds to play here in the third. It's a 14-point lead for the Thunder. SGA. He'll feed it back over to Caruso. He'll shoot the three to end the quarter. He makes it. Ooh, right at the buzzer. That's 7 for him. And we're at the end of the third quarter. The Thunder 89, Milwaukee 72. Please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, comment on this video. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter. This is the NBA Finals on vdub Productions. Sorry, we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter here in Milwaukee. It's a 17-point lead for the OKC Thunder. See, Doc Rivers trying to get his team riled up here. As you see, Antetokounmpo out on the court, same with Porter Jr., Portis Jr., Ryan Rollins. And who else is out there? And Taurean Prince. Fourth, and let's see, for the lineup set, we got Caruso, Wiggins, Luguentz-Dort, Wallace, and Jalen Williams out on the court. So that's the lineup set for the Thunder. Williams coming around. That is no good. Antetokounmpo with it. So we're over 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Giannis coming around, and he almost lost it, and there's going to be a tie up here. Jump ball. Wallace and Antetokounmpo. That's definitely a size mismatch right here. As no surprise there, the Bucks win the tip on that one. Taurean Prince feeds it back over to Ryan Rollins. Feeds it over to Antetokounmpo. Feeds it over to Prince. He'll shoot the three. He drains the three. That's 7 for Taurean Prince off the bench. First 3 points in the fourth quarter scored. Milwaukee within 14. Caruso for 3. That's going to fall in. That's 10 for Alex Caruso off the bench, and it is back to a 17-point lead. He is the fourth Thunder to reach double figures in this game. 92-75. Portis Jr. feeds it back over to Porter Jr. He'll miss that one. Under 10.5 to play here in the fourth. 92-75. Thunder on top. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Feeds it over to Luguentz-Dort. Back over to Caruso. He'll shoot the three. That's no good. Portis Jr. coming down with the rebound. Kevin Porter Jr. has it now. Porter Jr. feeds it back over to Giannis. Giannis with the layup. That's good. That's 20 for him. Milwaukee within 15. 10 to play here in the fourth. Game 3 of the NBA Finals, I should say. Series tied at 1. Caruso shooting the three. No good. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. He's crossing the half-court line. Feeds it back over to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. driving it. That bucket is good. Kevin Porter Jr. That's 5 for him. Milwaukee within 13. Jalen Williams. I say Jalen Williams number 1 right now because there are 2 Jalen Williams. Driving it. Feeds it back over to Dort. He'll shoot the three. That is off the back iron. Antetokounmpo with it again. Antetokounmpo feeds it back over to Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. trying to drive it. He'll lose it as Jalen Williams coming with the steal. 9 turnovers already for the Bucks. They averaged 12.5 during the regular season. Dort, he'll put the shot up. That is no good. Porter Jr. coming down with it. 9 minutes to play here in the fourth. Here in game number 3 from the Pfizer Forum. Giannis, the Greek Freak, was double teamed, and he's going to go to the line as Caruso will be called for his first. Antetokounmpo with 20 points in this game. Antetokounmpo. See, the Milwaukee Bucks right now. As Giannis is waiting to get the ball as he's finally going to be able to attempt his first free throw here. 8:49 left here in the fourth. Milwaukee trailing by 13, as you can see, 92-79, and he'll miss the first one. Hartenstein checking back into the game for Aaron Wiggins. That is the only lineup change substitution for OKC. And for Milwaukee, Kyle Kuzma will check back into the game. Antetokounmpo will sink the second one, so that's 21 for him. As we'll have a timeout called by the Thunder. We're going to take one as well, 8:49 to play in the fourth. Coming out of timeout here, it's a 12-point lead for the Thunder, 92-80. 8:49 left in the fourth. This is game 3 of the NBA Finals in my season playthrough for my NBA2K26 project. Caruso will inbound it over to Case and Wallace. Wallace crossing the half-court line here. Trying to slow things down for a second. 15 on the shot clock. Hartenstein feeds it over to Caruso. Caruso back over to Jalen Williams. Williams puts just a shot up, and that will not fall as Antetokounmpo coming down with a rebound. Giannis feeds it back over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That is not going to fall. Hartenstein with the rebound. Gives it over to Luguentz Dort. Dort driving it. He's going to go to the line and count it. That's number 2 for the Greek Freak. Dort with the chance for another 3-point play and can find himself in the double figures. By the way, that puts it into a modest 5-0 run by the Bucks. Got 8:10 to play here in the fourth. And he'll sink that one, so that's 10. Thunder 6 of 8 from the line, 1 of 1 for the Bucks, for what it seems like. So Luguentz Dort becomes the 5th player. And that's Kevin Porter Jr. for 3. That's 8 for him. And they need that one. Bucks within 12. It's back over to Dort. Luguentz Dort, as I said, became the 5th Thunder player to reach double figures scoring-wise. And that's 12 for him on that shot, and the lead is up to 14 again. Under 7.5 to play in the fourth. 97-83, OKC on top. Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma feeds it back over to Portis Jr. He'll shoot the 3. That's going to fall in. That's 10 for Bobby Portis Jr. He's the 4th Milwaukee Buck to reach double figures. And a lead down to 11 for OKC. 7 to play here in the fourth. Caruso for 3. That's off the back iron. Giannis Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Got 12 on the shot clock. Feeds it over to Rollins. Back over to Giannis. 15 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo driving it with the slam dunk. That's 23 for the Greek Freak. Milwaukee within 9. That is part of a 16-2 run, I believe. Dort will miss that one. Kuzma coming around. Feeds it back over to Ryan Rollins. Feeds it over to Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. Just slowing things down right now. They have 10 on the shot clock. Kuzma So holding on to that one right now. Kuzma feeds it. Oh, alley-oop to Antetokounmpo. That's 25 for him. Bucks within 7 as we're over halfway through the fourth quarter here. 97-90, OKC on top. Dort will shoot the 3. That is off the back iron. Ryan Rollins coming around with the rebound. Crossing the half-court line. Rollins feeds it back to Antetokounmpo. Rollins feeds it back over to Giannis, the Greek Freak, being guarded by Hartenstein. Greek Freak driving it. No good. Hartenstein with the rebound. Logan Stort has it now. So he's going to slow things down for a bit, but he comes inside. Logan Stort feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams will miss that one. Portis Jr. coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Kuzma. He'll shoot the 3. That is no good. Caruso with the rebound. Caruso. So holding on to it. 10 on the shot clock here in the fourth. Got 4 on the shot clock. Feeds it back over to Wallace. He'll shoot the 3. That is off the back iron. Antetokounmpo coming down with the rebound. Feeds it back over to Portis Jr. Or that was Porter Jr. that had it. Kuzma, 15 on the shot clock. 4.5 to play here. Portis Jr. He's going to come around with the bucket. That's good. That's 12 for him. Thunder within 5 now. Or Bucks within 5. You see the Thunder 38-73. The Bucks 39-77. All part of a 20-2 run, by the way. There's a shot up. That is no good. I know that's not 20-2. That's 17-2, I should say. And that's no good. Had to get my facts straight for a second. Logan Stort. Feeds it back over to Jalen Williams. Williams coming around. Feeds it back over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein over to Caruso. He'll shoot the 3. That's not going to fall in. Rollins coming down with the rebound. 3.5 to play here in the fourth. Rollins feeds it over to Portis Jr. He's going to go to the line. Hartenstein will be called for his first. See Bobby Portis Jr. going to go to the line, shooting 2. And a chance for the Bucks to get closer. It was 92-75. That's why I got confused for a second. So this is actually a 17-2 run. And he'll miss the first one. Or I could be wrong with the run itself. Because it's a 97-92 right now, or I don't know about the runs, but I know they were down by as many as 17, but they have it within 5. Oh no, wait a minute! It's a 18-5 run, I should say. That is more accurate. 18-5. SGA for 3. That's in there. That's 39 for SGA. And they needed that shot very badly because they got to it as Milwaukee is inching very closer in this game. Under 3 to play, 193. The Thunder do reach the century mark. Antetokounmpo coming around with a slam dunk. That's 27 for him. The Bucks within 5. They had it within 4 just a few seconds ago before the SGA 3. Jalen Williams. Got 15 on the shot clock here. 2.5 to play now. And their Hartenstein slam dunk. Timeout, Milwaukee. We're going to take one as well. 2:26 to play in the fourth. 102-95 OKC on top. Looking at the lineup set substitutions here. Miles Turner will re-enter the game for Bobby Portis Jr. who had himself a very strong game coming off the bench. Off the bench, 13 points for him. 2:24 to play here in the fourth. And you see Antetokounmpo with it. This team trailing by 7. Giannis coming around, and Holmgren will have a piece of it. SGA has it. Feeds it back over to Logan Stort. Feeds it over to Holmgren. Holmgren feeds it back to Dort. He'll shoot the three. That is gonna fall in. The lead is up to 10 again. That's 15 for Luguentz Dort. Under 2 to play here in the fourth. Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma coming around. He'll drive it, and he'll put the shot up. That's no good. Jalen Williams at the rebound. 1:45 to play. Jalen Williams feeds it over to Luguentz Dort. Dort feeds it back over to Holmgren, over to SGA. Final 90 seconds to play here in game 3. Holmgren shooting the three. That's in there. Chet Holmgren, 16 points for him. The lead is up to 13. That's now an 11-2 run. After an 18-5 run, it's an 11-2 run. As you see, Giannis with the bucket there. That's 29 for the Greek Freak. And he got it to within single digits again. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's an 11-point game. What am I talking about? 108-97, not 107-98. You see Holmgren shooting the three. That's going to fall in. Makes that a 14-point game. 19 for Chet. Under a minute to play here in the fourth. Giannis with the bucket. That's good. 31 for him. See SGA. At 15 on the shot clock. SGA with the shot up. That is not going to fall. Giannis will come down with the rebound. They got to get some points very quickly here. There's no, you should be passing it around, but you see Kuzma will shoot the three. That's no good. Holmgren coming down with the rebound. Shot clock is still on. It's at 20. Game clock at 25. Dort. They can at least hold this ball if they want to. They're up by 12. SGA feeds it back over to Holmgren. He'll shoot the three. Good! 22 for him. Shot clock is turned off. And it looks like they could just wave the white flag. It was a 17-point lead at one point for OKC in the fourth quarter. An 18-5 run brought the Bucks to within 4. But the Thunder will end the game with a 17-6 run, and they will win 114-99. And they take a 2-1 series lead in my NBA Finals. We're going to find out who the player of the game is, and then we'll go through the post-game player statistics. And no surprise there, SGA will get player of the game. We'll see you in a couple of minutes for the post-game player stats. Time for the post-game player statistics brought to you by 2K Sports. We start off with the home team, the Milwaukee Bucks. They were led by Giannis Antetokounmpo. 31 points, 17 rebounds, 14 assists, a triple-double for him. But he also had 3 turnovers in the game. Cole Anthony with 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He hit all his shots from beyond the arc. Unfortunately for him, I think he only had 3 points in that second half. Bobby Portis Jr. off the bench, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Kyle Kuzma, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists and a steal. Miles Turner with 8 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and a turnover. Kevin Porter Jr., another good performance off the bench, 8 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 3 turnovers, unfortunately for him. Torian Prince, 7 points and 1 assist off the bench. Gary Trent Jr., 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal. Ryan Rollins with 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Tyler Smith, no stats in 1 minute of play. Chris Livingston, no stats in 3 minutes of play. Jericho Sims, 1 rebound in 2 minutes of play. And then we have Andre Jackson Jr., AJ Green, Amir Coffey did not play for the Milwaukee Bucks. And now for the victorious Oklahoma City Thunder. SGA led the game with 39 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists, and 3 turnovers. So he did have a double-double. Chet Holmgren, double-double performance for him with 22 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 blocks. Luguentz Dort, 15 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 2 steals. We have Jalen Williams with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a turnover. Alex Caruso, 10 points, 5 rebounds off the bench. Then we got Isaiah Hartenstein, 7 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist and a steal. Kaysen Wallace, 5 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists and 1 steal. Ousmane Dieng, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Isaiah Joe, no stats outside of 0 for 1 shooting in 5 minutes of play. Aaron Wiggins with 1 rebound, 1 assist, and a steal and 2 turnovers. Thomas Sorber, AJ Mitchell, Nikola Topic, Kenrich Williams, and Jalen Williams, number 2, did not play for the OKC Thunder. And that will do it for your post-game player statistics. We are back in Milwaukee for Game 4 of the NBA Finals. As we just saw, the Thunder are now leading the series 2-1. I mean, the Bucks, once again, were down by a numerous amount of points. They were able to cut it to within striking distance, but the Thunder were able to pull away in the game towards the end. But it will have Game 4, Thunder Bucks. Could the Thunder go up 3-1, or could the Bucks find a way to send the series back to OKC tied at 2 and force the best 2 out of 3? Once again, Bucks, Thunder, be there or be squared. And I just want to let everybody know, in the pinned comments down below will be 2 different links. One to my NBA 2K27 future content. Vote on how you want me to do next year's season playthrough, or you want me to do a season replay with the My Eras. You'll have different options on how it is. The link will be in the description down below, as well as another link which will be the community tab for the scheduled for the tentative games. You'll find out when Game 4 of the series will be out, as well as the remaining games, as we will for sure have a game number 5. But will we have a game 6 or 7? Who knows? But that is it for my notes. Now, before I sign off, I want to let everybody know, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment on this video, and then when you do subscribe, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. As well as in the description down below, you'll see a link to my Cash App. If you are able to donate to me, support me financially, there is the link to my Cash App. It is not required, but it is appreciated, though. And then underneath that link, you'll find where you can find me on X and Instagram as well. And with that, I will remind everybody the final score of the game. The Oklahoma City Thunder defeat the Milwaukee Bucks 114-99. And a game where the Thunder were up by as many as 17 points, but then the Bucks were able to cut it to within 4 before a 17-6 run for the Thunder. For the Thunder to close the game out. They lead the series 2-1. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.